What is the most difficult language in the world? You may answer, the one I'm currently trying to learn. But seriously, there is no universal answer to this question. Although there are some challenging languages, their level of difficulty depends on various conditions. So before we jump into the kind of top 10, let's consider what makes the language difficult. First, it mainly depends on the person assessing the language. Do you use the Latin alphabet? Then you will struggle with languages that use different letters or specific signs. You might also have problems reading from right to left. And suppose your language has quite simple grammar rules, as English has. You can be overwhelmed with many cases, tenses, rules, and exceptions. A particular challenge can be acquiring a so-called tonal language, like Chinese or Vietnamese. The assessment depends very much on the level of proficiency you want to achieve. Some languages might be easy to learn for basic communication, though really difficult to become fluent. For this, each language usually requires changing how you think, at least to some extent.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We're sinking!
What are you thinking about?
And one more thing might play a huge role: your age. Small children usually have no problem learning any language that surrounds them. However, it is much more difficult to learn any new language, even an easy one, as we become older. But don't worry, you can do it. So, what languages are the most difficult? Let's explore this by region. The most strange language group in Europe is Finno-Ugric. All three major languages in this group, Hungarian, Estonian, and Finnish, are complicated and not even slightly understandable for other European nations. Gaelic is another complex European language. Then you have Slavic languages, primarily Czech, Slovak, and Polish. And of course, Russian, due to its use of Cyrillic. I'll tell you something about my mother tongue, Czech. Many Czechs think it is the most difficult language to learn, but that's rather just the common cognitive bias than truth. However, Czech is definitely not easy. Wanna try this tongue twister? Strč prst skrz krk. Yes, r can substitute a vowel in Czech. When we go to the Middle East, we find languages with specific alphabets and a right-to-left reading system, like Arabic, Hebrew, and Persian. All of them are highly challenging. Moving more to the east, we see regions with complex languages like Urdu, Filipino, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, and many others. Moreover, there is Mandarin Chinese, one of the toughest. There are no such tricky languages in other continents, at least not the ones used by a significant number of people. Maybe I can mention Afrikaans and Swahili in Africa, but these are easier than most already mentioned languages. Finally, I have a bonus for you. Two minor, yet quite well-known and challenging languages. One is Icelandic, used by 320,000 people. You could get in touch with it due to the popularity of this small island country. You could be watching a movie or TV series from Iceland, as they have a prominent film industry, considering they have such a small population.
Container? Er eitthvað djöfullinn á línunni?
Ég held að óska þess að þetta væri martröð og við myndum bráðum vakna af henni. En svo ekki. Það skal ekki takast.
And do you still remember the pronunciation of the name of the volcano that caused in 2010 the largest air traffic shutdown in Europe since the Second World War? It is Eyjafjallajökull. The other bonus language is Navajo, used by 170,000 people. You probably know about its history during the Second World War. Navajo people served as code talkers, using their language for secret encrypted messages. It seems to be the only military code that hasn't been broken, because code breakers couldn't learn the language. Do you think I've missed some challenging language? Please let me know in the comments, and please like the video if you want to support this channel. Thanks.